What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and we have a brand new PvP season. Season 11 has begun. The new character is Spiral. Spiral is an infiltrator, and she has a passive called Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen says chance to avoid an enemy's or ally's attack. Gains an extra turn when an attack is dodged this way, but only once per round. And then counterattacks with Macabre Fandango, and some other abilities that we really don't understand quite yet. The weapon this time around is called the Mystic, and it has a ranged magic attack. It has Mystic Shroud, prevents debuffs on allies for the first round of combat. It also causes Bane and obsolete tech, so removes tech buffs and locks out tech abilities. And then we have a new type of armor, the Empowered Armor. So this is going to be the Infiltrator's Empowered Armor. And you can see right there it has 5-bar accuracy and evasion to start. It also has a passive called Quick Reflexes. Quick Reflexes extends rest, allowing an Infiltrator to gain combat reflexes as a quick action. Next we're going to go ahead and take a look at Spiral and all her abilities. And by the way, I think Spiral's a really cool character, at least how she's designed. And the fact that she's the X-Force Spiral is pretty cool as well. I really love the X-Force team, and I can't wait until they make the other X-Force costumes. When looking at Spiral's abilities, the first thing you may notice is the fact that she has 2 pages. And we'll find out more about that as we take a look at each ability. The first one is called Cut Loose. Cut Loose is a melee slashing ability that has high crits, deadly crits, and then gives some type of buff called the Whirling Dervish. Replaces Macabre Fandango with Sword Dance. And we'll take a look at Sword Dance when we switch to our second page of abilities. But next we're going to look at Flash Bolt. And Flash Bolt is another pretty interesting ability. It's a magic attack. It is stealthy. It causes Bane. Depower, which has actions no longer apply statuses. And then it causes the buff Babe with the Power. Babe with the Power says replaces Macabre Fandango with Dance Magic Dance. So far most of these buffs have something to do with that level 6 move. And after you use the alternate move, it goes back to Macabre Fandango once again. But anyways, the actual level 6 hits all enemies. It's a ranged magic buff debuff. It's subtle, causes pressure points, and then it has something called Rising Up. It has a chance to gain Focused, Fortified, Agile, or Strengthened. And lastly, her level 9, Time Spiral. It hits one enemy as a ranged magic attack. It has a 60% chance to stun. It causes Exhausted. And then its buff is 64 rotations. Replaces Macabre Fandango with... I can't even pronounce it, I'm not even going to try. But anyways, we will take a look at that ability, as well as her other alternate abilities. So first, Sword Dance. That's stealthy, it hits all enemies. It causes weak point on all the enemies, and then it gives the buff Mirror Image, so high chance to avoid the next 2 single target attacks, and that lasts for 4 rounds. Next we have Dance Magic Dance. This ability is catastrophic, so it can't be protected against. It ignores most avoidance effects and is guaranteed to hit. Then it has a debuff called Breakdown. Chance to cause Biofeedback, Dark Void, Death Frost, Radiation Exposure, or Soulfire. And it also applies some buffs, and has a chance to apply many buffs that are specific to other heroes. And then lastly, the ability that I can't pronounce. It hits all enemies, it's subtle, it causes Disoriented to everyone. Then Epiphany, the next attack is a guaranteed crit. So those are all pretty interesting, and I'm wondering if those buffs apply to the whole team. They actually might, even though I'm kind of hesitant to say that, because truthfully I don't know for sure. But anyways, after I won my very first PvP battle, this popped up on my screen. So apparently there's a quest chain, and there's different tasks that you have to complete, and you seem to be working towards some sort of items. Now there's definitely an item that's similar to the Shepherd's Staff, and there you'll see you need certain things required for it. So 5 incursion fields, 5 Rift Essence, and 125 Space-Time Shards. And I'm hoping that the item is as good as the Shepherd's Staff, or maybe even better. But right now it's pretty difficult to tell. I was also wondering why Task 2 popped up first. But there is Task 1 as well, and I will show you that. I also want to go ahead and include the dialogue that takes place right after you're given these quests. It's kind of interesting, and they're basically explaining what you're building. And what it is some sort of Tesseract type device. Or at least it's something that's similar. So it sounds to me like it should be pretty powerful. Every time you get a PvP win, you will be given a space-time shard. And 125 does seem like quite a bit. But I think that if you do all your battles every day, you shouldn't have a problem getting them. As for the other items, you have to win them from the PvP roulette. Or you'll probably have to buy them for gold in the store. Like I said, this seems really similar to the Shepherd's Staff, except there seems to be more tasks to go with it. Or at least that appears to be the case. I'm hoping that as you complete the tasks, maybe they give you some more items towards your goal. But I'm not holding my breath. I will let you know as I go through them. You saw the first task that I have, other than building the weapon. You'll have to use Black Panther and Black Bolt. I have both of those characters unlocked, so that really shouldn't be a problem for me. Also, if enough people requested, I could do a task list that shows all of the tasks in their entirety, and exactly what you have to do to finish it. So let me know in the comment section below if that's something that you would be interested in. As far as this dialogue, it's about to be over, and then I will show you the very first task, which basically shows you exactly what you need to do to complete the item. So there you have to collect 125 space-time shards, 5 Rift Essences, and 5 Incursion Fields. Now since this is the first task, I wager that's why they gave you the Black Bolt and Black Panther task. That way you can continue on the task line, because you're obviously going to finish that one last. And that's just because it's going to require all those materials, and that'll definitely take pretty much the entire PvP season, unless you have a lot of gold to spend. So basically my plan is to do my 5 battles a day. I'm going to try to get everything I need without spending gold. Then I'm also going to try to get the roulette weapon, and I will show you that in one moment. So now let's take a look at the daily PvP rewards. First, you can win 10 command points. Also, the Rift Essence is up there. There's 10 gold. There's a Space-Time Shard. And then the weapon is the Soulfire Blade. The Soulfire Blade is the AVX set 404. It has Psychopyric attack. Performs a follow-up attack against other targets with Soulfire. It has Ethereal Strike and also causes Soulfire. So it's a pretty sweet weapon, and I really hope I get it. But instead, we just get a Space-Time Shard. So we have 20 some more spins left, and we're going to remain optimistic that we do get that blade. I wish the rest of you the best of luck in PvP Season 11. I have a few things planned for this season, like showing some low-level PvP on my second account. In fact, I may go for unlocking Spiral on that account. That way I can do an early preview of her. But we'll see what happens. We have a long season ahead of us, so try not to get too frustrated on the first day. There's going to be plenty of time for that at the end of the tournament, especially that last day. But that's the end of the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe.